Ho, my office for today. Now, this won't be very good, but merely because I've got 5 gigabytes of data that I can use today before my rollover 100 gigabytes. Thank you, sweetie cakes. Serious. Very good value, roll over 100 gigabytes. Doesn't roll over. Anyway, tomorrow it renews. So, but here is the important thing. Now, this won't be very good because I'm trying to finish off just collecting properly together bits and bobs of film taken this summer. That's all just rambling on. I mean, the point. I happen to be lucky. I've done serious I've done legal first aid, but it's actually more counselling people, because that's what you have to get people, parents, into the position where they can go in front of a judge, and for extremely serious matters where they may wrongly lose all access to their children. I'm lucky I've done that, because it kind of focuses you on actually how to keep balance in your life. Why did I say that? Yes, I know. Because of that, every time I turn on, I listen to anybody, or in fact even read anybody, British or American, for the last 10 or 15 years, I think America may just be beginning to kind of get real about this, but I can no longer believe what comes out of anybody's mouth. And 20, 30 years ago, I wasn't really that good at figuring people, but gradually over a period of time, it wasn't intentional, doing this legal role from 2005, off and on for 15 years, unpaid basically. I gradually just developed a kind of sixth sense. I don't like the word intuition, or insight. Oops, this chair's had it. I'm gonna have to fix it. And yeah, I got very good at ascertaining people's truths, or the area that is their truth. Are they in these off with the fairies, quite a few disorders camp, whereby one encounters incredibly clever fantasy stories, really clever. Anyway, and anywhere that isn't upland areas, these, even if they're crazy lies, they're delivered with this painted on smile, a charming smile. I don't do that. Anyway, to the point. Yes, so bits of video, merely with observations in. But here's the point, that you can tell, well, I can, I think most people can tell, who is spinning that whole illusion as to who they are. Now, in fact, yeah, I only mention the name because I actually think it's funny. It's so easy to pick holes in Russell Brand, the man who 4 or 5 years ago would be putting out things, oh, I'm completely a recovered addict and da-da-da, and I am totally a recovered celebrity. And then Depp and Heard hit the news, and he's talking about Depp and Heard, which is all hearsay, all he said, she said, behind closed doors, without any digital evidence. You know, kidult, total kidult. I certainly, although it seems that 6 million others can't, I can just see, sorry, this is an illusion, and I think the recent going official Christian. Oh, I wish this word spiritual were banned. There are problems in Christian thinking. Namely, sorry, why hasn't anyone totally revised? I think it's commandment number 2 or 3. I am a vengeful God. Which is exactly what's happening today in Ukraine, in Israel, in Gaza. Revenge. It's always just revenge. And then this has got so much worse in Britain in the last 20 years. I mean, there is somebody who went to court a couple of days ago here who'd been on a pub quiz team, I think it was. 2 people on a pub quiz team. And somebody had stabbed their opponent. I mean, it's all just too much. You've disrespected me. I never even think like that. Anyway, to the point. Perhaps seeing somebody's even waffly, at times incoherent, projection of broadcasting material is well, at least it's hopefully it's possible to perceive that I only tell the truth. I tell the truth about the ideas that I have, all of which are, or 95% of which are kind of many years I've been pondering. I never express an opinion on anything unless I've been pondering them for many years. And then I think it's great. I love being over 50. It's like just now and again things will percolate into. I never thought of it like that. It's not like I've encountered or I've got a new opinion. It's like things that my mind had been dancing with, tangoing with for a long time. Things in society, things in the human condition. It's like, you could look at it that way. Anyway, yes, so that's why I think the camera may be useful. But I'm going to make a video in a bit. Only because I got now about 8 gigabytes left. Right. Point being, quite out of the blue. Now you see, all of these preachers, all of them, I don't trust one of them, but they are, the more one becomes aware that in actual fact, that voice, public intellectual, or public speaker, I don't call any of them intellectual, none of them. How can you call Jordan Peterson, who I've done audio essays about this 4 years ago, who is not aware that barbiturates are addictive when he's top professor of something psychopharmacological in Toronto University, and not only that, has been a professor of these things for 20, 30 years. Every fucking 17-year-old when I was a kid and we dabbled in the odd thing knew, if you have more than a couple of your mum's Valium, and I'm speaking figuratively here, I don't think I ever did have one, or anybody did, but I'm speaking in a parable, in a fable way, just in a shortcut language. But the sentiment or the point is absolutely categorically fixed. Every single person, I knew quite a few of lovely kind of gentleish, hippie-ish who smoked a bit of dope when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. Well, we were an unusual group, but very, very bottom, not elite in any way. This is the shittiest comprehensive in the world. Yeah, we knew anything chemical, barbiturates, anything like that, amphetamine, any stimulant or opiate or something with opiate effects is addictive, and you will get ill within a few months. Now, how, when I first encountered Jordan Peterson, how he can even coerce his daughter into putting out for a year this, poor me, I've got an illness. I've been, my chair is breaking, that's it, it's gone. Oh, I liked this chair. You know, I've got, like he's blaming a syndrome rather than, and he should have turned around at that moment and said, as an example to Simon's then 21-year-old daughter, who will be in London, possibly dabbling in such things, I'm going to retire from public life for 5 years. I'm going to send myself very publicly to the naughty step for 5 years. That's what a man would have done. And yet this man is giving supposed manly advice to mainly men. And it seems to be increasingly implying that this is part of some metaphysical system too. Fuck off and die. Well, I'm a pacifist. I wouldn't even wish Kamala Harris a sore fingernail. But no. Yeah, the point being, so if you have something to say, that's all very well. And I got a secret weapon. Soon. She's ready, soon. I got a very famous high-up religious woman who I've known for a year. That's her boss. She sent me a text yesterday. She refers to her boss. She knows that I don't take any prisoners, that I take the piss out of her all the time. Very, very high up. Very high up. Right, now what do I do? I don't need anything to go viral. I don't give a fuck. Oh, shit. That was not staged. There was just a rip about. This came out of a skip 6 months ago. Oh, well. Let's get back onto it. Yes, I encountered her a year ago. She's been very badly hurt by the very, very top level authority in the church, Anglican, and very badly hurt. And we spent quite a long time talking about what is the correct response over time. So badly hurt that she actually had a physical, mental, but more physical breakdown. It hurt her because she believed they were goodies. Anyway, yes, so I've been just slightly bolstering her into thinking about one day somehow using the policy I referred to 2 days ago on the 15th. Yeah, actually, I haven't thought about that. She needs to write something for them like that. Thank you, dear absolute head people of the Anglican Church, for your evil cuntery. Really, thank you. Well, Silas Marner is the most beautiful example of this, and the bravest book ever. Anyway, to the point. Yes, it's all very well having opinions and things to share with the world which you know are good, but you also have to be sometimes, and I think it's actually good for you, you have to be able to snap into immediate action and do. Now, the world is full of people who fake good deeds. Why do I say that? That sounds horrible. If you're doing something, if you're volunteering for a couple of hours, doing something that anybody else could do, that's not really a good deed. If you're doing something, if you gradually taught yourself to do something that very few can do, that sounds arrogant. How can I better put it? It's like, I don't want to do it. This thing that I'm going to do, that I taught myself, and taught is the wrong word, totally white-knuckled, how to speak to judges, how to write to them, and maybe help people who've been injusticed. Now, I just randomly came across somebody this morning who, and already I've sent her a how-to list from my office, lesson 1, and okay, to meet for a session in a few hours. But what's the most important thing? Yeah, I was actually up at 4 o'clock this morning, 3:30 in fact. It's like, I want to get my summer videos sorted out and shared. Because I like them. Because I was happy. What made me happy? Helping somebody out, although I'm so fucking good at it, but she knows already. Somebody in grief. Cutting through it all, gently. It's tough love, cruel to be kind. Daddy's in charge now. Manipulative, coercive. No, we don't use those words because the judge was raised in a time like me where we kind of didn't need these words. We understood where the line was. Anyway, that's too contentious for 99% of people who will be watching this, but Let's see if we can do something for her. But already, within 10 minutes, go into super organised state. Now, I don't talk about people's legal cases unless they're real universal parables to come out of them. I've got many written up over the last 20 years. One day, I'll get to writing them. Anonymised, like what's-his-face, Oliver Sacks used to do in his books about his mental patients. Funny thing is, most wouldn't even demand anonymity because once, there is a solidarity. Unfortunately, this, your pathetic little Owen Joneses, they shouldn't be allowed to express opinions. Only when you have been subject to great harm, innocently, or great pain, or the worst of all is that nagging years of nothing really big happening, but nothing ever good happening, and you're left with your loss or whatever. Almost everybody who's been through that, they throw away their stupid privacy, their stupid right to be, I don't want other people to know about me, because they know there's something more important, that all we have is, the Christian doctrine does use the concept of injustice should be witnessed, etc. All these kind of, I think that's quite an important concept, and I'm not talking about for splatted Palestinians, because nobody gives a fuck and never has in the West, and people use too many hydrocarbons, so blame yourselves, not me. I've so cut back on my hydrocarbons it's ridiculous. This is my one, a couple of times a month I will go out 5 or 10 miles for a meander. Anyway, that's it. But yes, you see, if you believe in what you say, rather than be Russell Brand and not really believe and know that nobody really believes him, so he's got to try too hard. If you believe in what you say, I know I believe in what I say. I have one or two erratas, things I've misspoken, but then you're also freed up. You've got better energy to actually do. And the worst word in the English language is help. There is an official helping disease. Assist somebody. And I assist people only because I can. In other words, I'm 10 times better at this than I've been through it all myself, and I'm good at it. And there are lots of people who aren't good at it. I can send this person on the right track who wanted to use publicity, as it happened. Anyway, that's all. I'm not going to get into such boring details because I've got interesting nuggets of philosophy still to try and get out. But more important, walking, and in the lovely summer, lovely places on that SW path, in a good mood because of meeting Europeans who don't have any of these. They don't have this whole thing of this new language which serves nobody any good, of curating the personality, or actually it's just nagging. That's all it is. It's hilarious. Right, what am I going to do about that? I really liked that chair. Oh well.